Welcome back to the garage. It's finally time. Gotta roll the bed lining material onto the deck of the 18-foot trailer here in the Notebooks garage. Welcome everybody. Glad to see you back. Simple process. Shake this can up for, it said 2 minutes. I shook it up for quite a bit more than 2 minutes, to be honest, just to make sure that it was thoroughly mixed. Now I've already cut in, as you can see, halfway around the winch and in the corners to get an idea of how the consistency of this stuff is. And it's, as you can imagine, pretty thick and pretty unforgiving in terms of this application. So really follow the directions of your particular product that you're using at all times. Say hi, Billy. I'm just talking to the camera. Say
hi, it's me.
Yeah, that's the sponsor right here. I told y'all you're going to meet her at some point. She doesn't realize I'm just recording this right now. But this stuff is thick like tar, has a rubber-like consistency, and is provided a chip brush to do the cut-in, as well as its own roller. Now what I like about the roller, of course, it is designed to provide quite a bit of texture, as you can see from there. And all we're going to do is just jump up here and put the stuff in the pan and roll it on. Now the other thing that I had to do today was turn the heat on. Typical Nashville weather. You don't like it, stick around, it'll change. It changed again. It rained again and it turned cool, and tonight it's going to be down to 47. So I spent most of the morning heating up inside the garage and also heating up the metal and keeping both of the cans of bed liners at a particular temperature. They recommend between 60 and 90 degrees, I believe it is, for application temperature. So I kept these inside. But anyway, let's give it a shot and see what happens. Oh, if you're doing this inside, I've got some ventilation going because this stuff is gnarly, to say the least. You don't want to breathe it in, you don't want to breathe it in long. I'm sure at other places that apply this stuff professionally, totally keeps in the sun. I'm sure they use full respirator outfits when they're applying this stuff at other shops that specialize in doing these types of coatings. No, I did not want to try to spray this particular coating in just because I didn't have the money for a ship's gun. You know the gun I'm talking about, the specific design for doing this. The apparatus, I just did not want to do that. I had to put money toward other things like purchasing the wheels and tires. Actual load-getting tires that'll be coming by Friday if workers at Amazon don't strike. So all I'm doing is just thoroughly rolling the roller, getting the material into the crevices. And let's see what happens on the first coat. It comes off the roller fairly well to be such a thick material. and it covers the diamond plate a lot better than I thought it actually would. Average thickness, according to the instructions, 5 mils. Of course, you can get more to make the material even thicker. It looks like if you just apply a little bit of pressure to the roller, the material gets squeezed out pretty well and fills in all of the pattern of the checker plate without too much issue. So far so good. I do see some bare spots. I'll pull up on that for you a little bit. Or maybe not. I'm going to just touch them up as I go. I taped off my edges for 2 reasons. Wanted the top rail to be the gray, just to form a nice little frame and contrast around the black of the bedliner material on the deck. Just a little style cue. Section I did cut in just thankfully it doesn't appear to be too directional. From here, let's just fast forward through this process, which took about 58 minutes to complete. From this point on, finish. Let's just, because I value your time, and I thank you for watching, but 58 minutes, grass growing, paint drying, pick any other cliche that you want to. Let me tell you about this particular product. Number 1, read and follow any directions in every direction for your particular product that you use. Other biggest thing, if I didn't say it before, let me emphasize it: ventilation. Get plenty of air if you're inside using this particular type of product. The VOCs are harmful. You want fresh air. Okay, got it? Fresh air. Get you some. Now, in terms of applying this product or similar products of this nature, I found that the 4-inch roller will give you about 3 solid passes with the brush completely dipped and coated with the bedliner material. Nice even pressure is good. Resist the temptation after you do like your 3rd pass. You're going to notice the 4th and the 5th ones are probably going to begin to show areas that are not covered. Resist the temptation to try to thin out the particular passes you use to distribute more of the material. Just simply dip the roller in again and apply fresh material over it. Keep it nice and wet. Keep it down to a minimum passes. Experiment. Your results might be different.
Keep that in mind though. You want the material on there. The product's easily retouched, but resist the temptation to go back over an area that you've already done when you look and notice that, oh, hey, there's a spot that's thin or a spot that's not covered, because in the right temperature, I noted the product skins really fast. And when it skins like it does, putting new product over the top of it actually caused it to lift. So just continue with your application process, and let your second coat be your full cover coat. Again, apply it nice and wet with the roller. The number of passes that you note, that will give you the best coverage. Now, of course, on the frame of my trailer, you notice that I used the painter's tape because I wanted to have the gray contrast with the black. Product instructions say to remove this material, remove the tape while the material is actually wet and skinning. I didn't, because I actually waited overnight. This was done later in the evening and I was just pretty worn out. So I came back out the next day and did it. So if you leave your tape on, get yourself a razor, which you probably are going to have anyway, because you are going to need to cut away the bedliner material and the tape to give you an absolutely clean release. Otherwise, bedliner material is going to stick to the tape and you're going to pull the tape and leave tape material behind. So get you a razor and just slowly pull and trim at the same time to remove the tape from your particular project that you're doing. It's a simple process. It's a great product to use. Preparation is going to be the key. You're going to spend more time doing the prep work than you are actually doing the rolling process or the finishing process, however you do it, whether you roll it or whether you have a chute gun and a compressor and thinners to do this. Preparation is going to be the key. Just take your time, whatever process that you choose. Prepare your surface. This stuff is not going to stick to oil. It's not going to stick to grease. It's not even going to stick to body fluids. I had a drop of sweat, and no matter how much I rolled, it did not cover that drop of sweat. And I had to come back and remove that with acetone, and then just simply take the brush and dab it into that particular spot. Keep it in mind when you're doing whatever the process requires. Again, your surface prep is going to be key. I can't speak to wood. I haven't used it, but the product instructions say it can be used for wood, it can be used for concrete, steel, aluminum, anything. Just remember that and act accordingly on your project. The results that you get will be purely up to you and the amount of work that you put in for it. This one actually turned out pretty good. We still got more process to go on this trailer. Yep, had to spend money to do anything right. So of course, after doing all of this work, we get down to needing suspension work. So the next video, we're going to start on the suspension on this trailer, but I'm going to show you some of the glitches that happen in the process. It ought to be interesting. But once again, folks, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. I hope this helps you on your project. I hope this helps you make a decision about your project. This is Willie with the No Bucks Garage. We'll see you next time.